Oliver! First to join. Ooh. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about 24. Hey Nathan, hey Badger, hope you're well. Hey Lee, we finished P2. Alright, let's get this done. It's still technically morning, so I'll say good morning. Morning, Ledge. Morning, Steve. How you doing? Hope you're well. It's still technically morning. It's just about morning. My eyes are just about working again. Hey, Armand. Hey, Mally. Racing Guy. How's it going? We're going to do a couple of hours of this, but I need to do a cleanup. We need to do a mop-up. We need to do a mop-up of the 24-hour. We need to do some stuff to the site. We need to make some T-shirts.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Do appreciate that. So early as well. We need to make some T-shirts and stuff. There's a whole list of things we need to do. And you know what? It's week 13. We'll have a look at week 13. There's not a lot of great stuff on. And I'm off on Friday. We're going off to Le Mans Thursday night. So I thought, do you know what? We've got downtime in 2 hours. The official races are a bit meh. I would rather poke a pencil in my eye than race the Porsche around Oschersleben. Just me and Oschersleben don't get on. Especially as it's a ranked race. We might have some fun with the trucks. Might go some yeehaw, America around trucks at Daytona. That would be good. That'd be good fun. But I'm just going to do a couple of bits and pieces. So I thought, you know what? If I'm going to do a couple of bits and pieces, rather than be offline, I might as well join you online, and we can have a laugh and a joke. Need to check out the Riley and the C7 prototype race at Sebring. Ooh. Morning, Smoke. Morning, DeVito. I expect the downtime is going to be quite chunky. It's 12 o'clock UTC, which is 1 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Central European time. 12 o'clock UTC, I think it will be 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Uniquely, hope you're well. Ads. UTC goes by GMT, yes, but we're GMT +1 at the moment, Avatar. That's why I'm trying to... Universal time code basically goes off GMT, yes. Network time rather than Greenwich Mean Time. I think it's going to be a big update. There's a lot going on. You've all watched my video about the update, right? There's a lot going on. There's a big... We can go through it. We can talk about it and go through it if you want. I'm in the middle of downloading the Twitch feed from the Twitch feed. I'm in the middle of downloading the Twitch feed from Twitch, of all places. I'm in the middle of downloading the Twitch feed from Twitch, and we will chop some of that up as well and make clips out of it, because I think there's a lot of clips. There's one clip in particular. I should give you should watch the video I did of the rundown, the update 3 weeks ago. I'm happy to give you a rundown of the update. I want to find the clip where the cat turns off the car. Did you all see that? We're good, but we're tired. It's been a busy weekend. Yeah. Bubba's just stepped in it. Yeah, the cat came along, walked across the keyboard and killed the ignition, so I want to clip that. Suddenly running dead stick. Looking to see 20 minutes left on that. Okay. Got to download over 60 gig of video by looks things. 80 gig, maybe 100 gig of video. Rundown of the update. Yeah, let's do that. We can start with that. I'm happy to do that. Let's pull it up on iRacing.com. That will help my eyes. 24-hour was indeed great fun. We're a month out from 24 hours of Spa, and we need to start thinking about that as well. That's something else that there's another weekend. 8th of July. We're going to come back bigger, better, stronger. I think it'll be, well, it will be GT3. It won't be Cup Car. So we're going to have to do some practice because I'm hopeless. Thought I ran out of gas. I thought I ran out of gas. The thing that made me think that I wasn't, various streamers, like more than one, like more than me. It's race week in the town of Le Mans. It is, Carman. I will be down there on Thursday night. Are you down that way, Carman? We desperately need somewhere to park. We've got tickets. We might even have VIP at Ford, but we got nowhere to pitch. But it is race week in the town of Le Mans, and I will be down there this weekend. And I will be, if I get data, I will be streaming. At one point, you had 6 streams up. Downtime begins at 1 p.m. UK times. I can't see your name. Is it Speed? Speed Samuel. Downtime starts at 1 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. CET. That's 12 p.m. GMT. That's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Mountain. And midnight West Coast. Hey, Frankie. Right, you want to go through this. So I did a video on this, and the video is available here at all good streamer videos. I'll pull it down for you now. Hang on a second. I posted the video. Actually, I posted the video on TikTok and I posted the video on YouTube. I can't post the video on Twitch because it doesn't allow you to post videos longer than 30 seconds, which is a bit silly. But the video is here. Hang on a second. Let's pull up the site. Well, I'm happy to talk through it. We'll talk through it. Videos is here. That'll be it. The Billy's Guide to iRacing Season 3. Yeah. We can have a look at that. When our new GT3 is released, I'm not aware that there's a new GT3 coming. iRacing. There's an update to GT3, but I'm not really aware that there's new GT3s at all. There's a new track, which I spoke about in this video. The Ferrari Challenge car is not a GT3 car. Be very clear. Ferrari Challenge is not a GT3 car. The Ferrari Challenge is a one-make car. It's a one-make series with less aero and more power than the GT3, which means it's about 800 brake horsepower, and it will be uncontrollable and only available for the Ferrari Challenge race series, which means that the old GT3 car won't be eligible for the GT3 series, is my expectation. The release is coming. The update is being applied today, and it will start at 1 p.m. UK time. If you're in a different time zone, I've done them already, but I'm happy to do them again. The Ferrari Challenge is replacing the 296 for the Ferrari series. That's correct. Would it be similar to the likes of the M2, not as in pace, but as in concept? Exactly the same, Davito. Exactly the same. May, stick a follow in. We haven't spoken before. I'm on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, and I do this 6 days a week. And I host a free race on a Thursday night if you wanted to come join. Hey, Chair, hope you well. Yes, Ferrari Challenge. Let's talk about that quickly. Pull that up. Ferrari Challenge is think Porsche Cup for Ferrari. It's a one-make series, travels the world. It's very nice looking cars, but ultimately, it's an expensive way to go racing. The cars look super cool. They're very fast. Open link in new tab. Let's do that. Pull that down. There you go. What is it? 6 races, 8 races around the world. Very expensive to race. One make series. Really nice looking car. But not a GT3 car. So doesn't comply to GT3 rules. We'll be racing in the D-Class series as a one-make series, pretty much like the Porsche Cup. The Basic only got early access to it. What did he say, Smoke? Yes, and this is my gripe about a flying Ryan. If you were starting out and you got to a D license and you said to me, what car should I buy next? My answer would have been, buy the Ferrari GT3, because you can go racing in the Ferrari Challenge, and when you want to go racing in GT3, you can go racing in GT3. That's not the case anymore. You'll now have to buy 2 cars. Smoke, what did Basic Ollie say? Hey, Conrad, hope well. It will be like a rocket. My expectation though is it will be like a rocket in a straight line. It won't have downforce, and it'll be like F4. It'll be very crashy. It'll turn the Ferrari Challenge crashiness up, because everybody will want the nice flashy new car and won't be able to handle it. Hey, Raul. I wouldn't recommend Fanatec pedals. How much are you spending on Fanatec pedals, Raul? Hey, Jackie. Giz, how's it going? Hope you're well. Morning, Jim Slip. You streaming a little one? Okay, fine. What's the menu for week 13? The menu for week 13 this week is, because I'm heading to Le Mans, I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping at the moment. We got a few bits and pieces to do. I'm downloading the 24 as we speak, which is over 100 gig. We'll do some races. The menu for the week itself they change it every day, of course. But today doesn't look great. I'm going to stay away from the Porsche Cup where's Porsche Cup gone now? It's not Oschersleben. Where is it that the Porsche Cup is? I'm staying away from the Porsche Cup and staying away from the Masters. Oschersleben, is it? Yeah. We'll do some fun races. Oh, P-Cup's been good for you. Oh, cool, Lewis. Week 13 tends to be quite crashy, though. If you're looking at €500 max, Raul, I would say go have a look at SimLab XP1s. In that mid-market, that's what I'm running at the moment. I've got a set of Huizenfelds as well. Hey, Grassek, hope you well. Go look at SimLab XP1s. I can bring them up and show you what they look like. That's a really good description, actually. The way basically... Oh, thanks for following. The way you described it drives like a P-Cup versus Porsche GT3. Way faster but understeer, whereas the GT3 would be flat out and fast. That's a very good description, yeah. Thanks, Octane Racing, for following. I do appreciate it. The track is good for P-Cup. I struggle with Oschersleben. Hey, Uniquely, thanks for liking the live. XP1s. Let me just pull up another camera and I will show you what the XP1s look like. Turn off the ticker. Turn on the boot camera. What's that one look like? Triangle better? Okay, that's the big one. That's the small one. Let's turn off that. And let's turn the contrast down. There are the XP1s. They're what I'm running at the moment. I have a set of Husenfeld sprints, and I got to admit, these are as good, if not better, than the sprints. And they're less than €500. Is it me, or is week 13 just boring? It's not you. Smoke says, finally got a podium in the P Cup yesterday before the switch. Took part in the final fixed of the season and finished third at Nords. Well done, dude. Finally finished a race at Nords. Managed to get 5x. Yeah, it's good to muck about in the dirt. Week 13 is good to play about with some of the mashup games. But I'd have a look at them. They're about 340, maybe €400 at the moment, Ral, and they're really good. They will be much, much, much better than the Fanatec, and you don't need to have Fanatec pedals to work with a Fanatec steering wheel. They plug into the PC independent of the Fanatec. So back to the GT3 we were talking. Back to the update we were talking about. Let's pull it back up. New track in Australia, which is, I think it's going to be a brilliant track. The Bend. It's 7 kilometers, about 5 miles long. I think it's going to be quite. It's like a mini Nürburgring, I think. So some detailing about that. Some of the NASCAR stuff, I'm going to skip over that for the minute, but there's some NASCAR improvements. There's some IndyCar improvements in regards to the cars. There's obviously the new Ferrari GT3. As we've already spoken about, the one make series car. Some updates to the NASCAR Aero for different cars. Improved audio. So they're still recording. That's a microphone, by the way. They're still recording the. That's a Tascam recording machine powered by a Sony battery and a microphone. I think that's in a NASCAR car. Oh no, it might be in a. Actually, it might be in a Cup car. It might be in an American Cup car. It looks like. Yeah, American Cup car. With air jacks. We like air jacks. Air jacks are cool. Gen 7 Cup. Rain tires for the Lotus cars, Lotus 49, and rain tires for Super Formula. Stage 2 of the hypercars. So they're putting more development into the grip levels on the hypercars. So a bit more improvement in that. An improvement in VR, where there's I'm going to try and pronounce this time in the morning. It's too early for me in my brain. Quad view fixed foveated rendering, and support for RTX 2000 series GPUs. What I understand that is, and Gizmo on here uses VR, so he might be able to keep me honest. I understand that as it does a lot of rendering in the centerpiece of the screen, and then does lesser rendering to the side, so you use less processing capability. So you get lots of detail in your focus point, and you get lesser detail in your ambient views, and then when you change, it will re-render accordingly. Foveated rendering is huge. Cool. Hey Roman, hope you well. Still on the pedals, Smoke. Hey Bointy Hut, hope you well. Hunt, hope you well. So yes, quad view, that should be like a sobriety test when you get pulled over. Lower res at the edges, yeah. Okay, good, thank you. Glad I got that right. You get out of the car drunk and the officer says to you, I just want you to repeat this. Quad view, fixed foveated you screwed it up, you're drunk. Quad view, fixed foveated rendering. All you guys are too young, but it sounds like something that Bob Geldof would have called one of his kids. Quad view, fixed, or Elon Musk in today's world. Quad view, fixed foveated rendering. Ah, you have a new baby. Oh yes, it's quad view, fixed foveated rendering. We call her Quad for short. Lots more improvement. Bob Geldof is a better example. It is for the older people. It's a better example. I'm readjusting to the fact that some people don't even know how to walk. I was in hospital yesterday. Yesterday morning, I went to hospital. Sidetrack slightly. And I was standing in the queue to check in. And this guy walked past with a lead suit on. And this little kid looked at him and I said, he's from Star Wars. And the kid said, what's Star Wars? And his mom laughed and she said, I'm 40. And she said, I get that. And I said, okay. I said, but you know what I mean? She said, no, I haven't seen Star Wars. 40-year-old woman hadn't seen Star Wars. It's the world coming to, guys. You know? It's getting old, aren't I? Exactly, Jim. Not watch Star Wars. Don't they do that in school now? Isn't it like on the curriculum? Schindler's List, Star Wars, Macbeth, you know, Tale of Two Cities, The Mayor of Casterbridge, Star Wars, you know, To Kill a Mockingbird, Star Wars. Smoke said, I told my girlfriend we won't get married unless she watches Star Wars. Well, that's my wife. My wife knows all about Star Wars. She's still a Star Wars fan in this house. Not watch Star Wars, I know. Okay, back to rain. We spent significant time working on rain systems, rain visuals. And what I understood from this with the rain update is there was some complaints that the visual of the rain was not in keeping with the grip level of the rain. Whether that was there was too much rain and it wasn't grippy, or whether there was too little rain and it was too slidey, I don't know, but they're looking to improve that. What do you think of the new week? It's week 13. It's not really a new week, Henry. It's week 13 is always a bit weak. Weak, bit lame. And this is why I'm just sitting here having a chat. We're going to download some footage. I'm going to try and clip up some of the 24-hour. We'll probably do some racing at some point. We've got a couple of hours before the downtime. Are we meant to be just looking at the pedals? I put the pedals up. Here we go. I put the pedals up because Raoul asked about the pedals. Sorry, Smoke. Thanks. Sorry, Jimson. Adaptive AI is being improved. Additional 360 hardware support for steering, with support for more steering wheels. That's going to be a big thing. I've had that on the SimiCube for about 6 months now, and it's a big improvement. You start to feel more of the road, basically. And then there's some future development. The new UI, the new user face is not coming yet. I think if they get this user interface right, the likes of Race Labs will be on the back foot. If it looks as good as it does here, I think that the likes of what's the other one? Race Labs, and what's the other one? The other overlay company. I think they'll be on the back foot. Okay, let's go to GT3 and physics. Everything I overlay, thank you, Smoke. Everything in GT3, from what I understand, and I haven't had early access. I'm not big enough to have early access. Everything in GT3, I expect, will be a restart. I think it'll start all over again. All your old settings are gone. All your setups are gone. The tire model is different. The physics model is different. The ride height model is different. The aero model is different. So I think the first week of season 3 is going to be an absolute show. I think if you're on any difficult track whatsoever, you can expect 3 to 4 laps before your tires. All setups are redundant, yes. You can expect 3 to 4 laps on your tires before anything happens. I think qualification is going to be quite difficult. 1 out and 2 flyers. Because from what I read here, the tires are going to be midday sun warmth. They're not going to be heated. Now, GT3 in Europe, at least, don't run tire warmers. They put the tires in a rack, and then in that rack, they blow a heater in over it. And technically, they're not warming the tires. They put it in a black bag rack, and then they put it in. Nothing's changed yet, Jack. Morning, by the way. So I expect that we're going to have a learning curve. Yeah. Yes, we'll all be driving Le Mans in 2 weeks. Yep. Brand new physics. We're driving LMP2 for exactly that reason. We're staying away from the GT3s. iRacing are usually very good with their updates, and I expect they'll, for the most part, get it right. I have an opinion about the hypercars when they launched it and they were super fast. I think what happened was they launched it, they were super fast, a lot of the newbies liked it, and a lot of the experienced people didn't. And then they brought in what they really wanted to deploy, which was more difficult to drive. Yeah, starting temps for the pits have gone from 45 to 35 degrees. Yeah. Yeah. They got James Baldwin to help on it. Did they? Cool. You continue overdrive, so I hope I get away with some of that now. Haha. Max is driving in the Le Mans, yes. Le Mans is one of the biggest races in the season. They got him to help for the McLaren, for the fire damage in the BMW. I have a bet that BMW will still be the fastest car in GT3. We can have a look for the majors. Is it listed on the server yet? Okay, so new cars and tracks will come in September and December. They're working on Mexico City, Miami Grand Prix, and they're going to put some additions into GT4, GT3, and GTP. Here's my guess for that. GT3, Lexus. GT4, Aston. GT3 might be the new Aston as well, which is actually the exact same Aston. It's just got a different body kit on it. GT3, GT4, Aston, possibly Lexus for GT3. GTP will be GT3 will be the Valkyrie. The GTP will be the Valkyrie. Morning from Brazil. Morning, Fluzada. Hope you well. Is the GT3 that hard now? No. It's going to get harder, Yorbe. GTP, Toyota, or Alpine. I think Toyota and Alpine are too new. A Toyota mightn't be. I think Alpine might be too new. I'd be very surprised if they get on the curve with that. I expect it'll be the Valkyrie, maybe the Toyota. Might be right in the Toyota. They haven't said. They're probably waiting on licensing deals. So I think if you look at all this, and I know I've skipped through a lot of it, I've skipped through the NASCAR stuff. There's no UI coming. There's possibly an improvement to the rain. The fixed quad view, fixed foveated rendering. 1 hour 30 for the update. Yes, that's correct. The tire models, the physics for GT3, the new circuit, the new sound. I think this is going to be a chunky couple of hours. GT4 has the Aston. It does have the Aston, not Austin. Austin was a British Leyland company. It does have the Aston. It doesn't have the new shape Aston Octane. There's a new Aston Vantage. Has a different nose on it. Let's have a look at 2025 Aston Vantage. Yeah, this is the new Aston Vantage GT3. It's not actually that new. It came out, I think it was last. Yeah, it came out last year. What's the sim setup I use? What do you mean by that, Heart? It's a lovely thing. Yeah, rain reflections. There's more 3D rendering to the curbs as well coming into a lot of tracks. And as they come in, I expect that will take a chunkier processor as well. This is no, this is the real car. That's not iRacing. This is the real car. But yes, we're talking about iRacing IG. I wish that was. Can you imagine if that was iRacing? This is studio photos of the real car. So I expected a GT3. Yeah, I was about to get happy. To be fair, some of the photos, like so, for example, can you see my desktop? That's a straight screen grab. That's a straight screen grab from iRacing. It's not bad. It's not Gran Turismo. It's not bad. Like I could take some of the pixelation out of it by softening it up with Photoshop and whatnot. That's a triple screen grab I grabbed. at Sebring with the new lighting. You know, if you play with the settings right with iRacing, and I don't mean by putting overlays on it, that's okay, Hart. I have a number of pedals. I have a number of pedals, a number of wheels. There's a video in my TikTok. Have a look at that. It goes through my setup. But ultimately, SimiCube 2 Pro, a GSI wheel, and a couple of Cube Control wheels. Hey, Cuddles, hope you well. You're late. Hey, Soho. Yeah, I think, like, I have a box of screenshot photos that I use for, where's the Mercedes one? I have a box of screenshot of photos that I use for thumbnails.
We love you. You're very special.
This was taken at the Nürburgring N24. I am very late. That's from last weekend's Nürburgring N24. It's not a bad looking game. You know? It's acceptable, right? I don't know who was driving at that time, but yeah. I don't think it's that bad. I think the lighting's getting better. I do think it's starting to up its game in regards to requirements. Oh yeah, this is Chris. Gizmo Vior on the chat here. Gizmo Vior decided that during the N24, in the middle of the race, I think we were leading. I think we were leading at the time. In the middle of the race, Gizmo decided, let's see how close we can go to dump the McDonald's packaging in the tires. How close can he get? He didn't touch it. Plenty of room there. You know? Plenty of room. I gotta be honest with you, that was quite cool. Fair play to Chris for doing it. That was quite cool. You know, we had a good laugh about that. Car looks good. That was taken from practice. Yeah, I actually don't think that iRacing is that bad graphically anymore. Pros would be taking the white paint with them, you're right. That's not staged, that was a slide. It does make shots for liveries a lot easier, yes. The wet at Spa. And the detail on the curbs is coming up as well. I still like that little car. I hope they don't discontinue it. Any questions about the update? I'd be bringing the tire stack with me, yeah. Am I buying the Ferrari? No. No, I won't be buying the Ferrari. My thoughts on not buying the Ferrari is probably later this afternoon, Racer Guy. We haven't got the time now. My thoughts on buying the Ferrari is it's going to be crash central. I'm looking forward to trying the new tires in GT3. But I won't be going near an endurance race with them yet. There's an update, yeah. Hey, Graham. Hey, Yo-Yo, hope you're well. Right, next. If you've got any more questions about the update, we can do that. Breakfast and iRacing. Definitely trying it, aren't they? Let's see what we've downloaded on the... see what we downloaded. Hang on a second. Where is that? There will be crashes left and right, and it will be fun. Oh, this has the whole... This has the whole stream. Thanks, Paddy. Hold your line. Turn the volume down this. We're looking to start. You ran a practice last night. Definitely a wreckfest. Racing in the wet is quite good. You just need to learn how to short shift it all the time. This is just the start of the race, isn't it? The concern I have is that it's going to be harder on the graphics cards. As they creep more and more in, it's going to be harder on the graphics cards. That's my concern. Let's have a look at the first lap. I think it's going to be a big update. I think we're talking like 12 gig. Got an ad when I talked about Ferrari, but heard no, I won't be Salter. I won't be buying the Ferrari. Not immediately. I don't have a need for it. I'm trying to keep my safety rating, not lose it. Last thing we need is people lagging. That was the other thing. There was an issue in the race, in the 24-hour race at the weekend, that I've got to say, I think it affected more than just us. It was a fueling issue. Needs to be a bit harder, very CPU heavy, needs evening out. That's a valid point. And we were talking about that over the stream as well. If you up your graphics usage, does it offload it from the CPU? I've turned the photo volume down so you won't get the is it packet loss issue? To be fair, it's like 12 artwork updates to Oval, so update will be pretty big. What was the packet loss issue, Octane? We had a whole server issue. I know, Razio, you had issues with the 1 o'clock, didn't you? You couldn't get in. Hey, Ollie Ginger, hope you're well. Just looking back at the video, I really moved my feet around the pedals, don't I? It started about 40 minutes late. Your RAM was running at 99%. Wow. Yes, we had latency issues. So much physics going on the CPU, they're struggling to do all of it. Yeah, you're probably right, Simon. Do you think they're sneaking bits of the new graphics engine in, or do you think there's going to be a full tear out reinstall? I expect it to be 4 hours, 5 hours. I didn't realize how much my feet move. Quite interesting looking back. It's a long time, yeah. It won't be a 10-minute update. You're not running in pairs, Cuddles. Okay, so this is a 1080p download, Octane. So if it looks low quality, this is 1080p. We tried 1440, but Twitch doesn't like it. And we're streaming to three streams, soon to be 4. But we're streaming to 3 streams at the moment: TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Yeah, we're just looking back at the first lap of 24, just running in the background while we chat. Downtime isn't due for another hour and 18 minutes. Chuzzy, good to see you. Stick a follow in. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Yeah, Salt is probably not wrong. I'm being optimistic with 3 hours, 4 hours. Yes, it is. I'll take it off main screen so you can see that it is a low res. It's a 1080 and I'm running 1440 screens. My resolution is 14. My resolution is triple 1440 when I'm racing. Yes. When I'm racing, it's triple 1440. Running out of storage space there. Hang on a second. Let's just move that out of downloads. Need to move that 40 gig. Hang on a second. Copy, cut. Go back and go paste. What feels limiting, my friend? Juzzy, what feels limiting? Hey, Alec. The Mustang does look cool. It's a big bus. Having seen it in real life, it's a big truck. You know, it's a monster. It's kind of scary how big it is. I'm just moving that video off a drive to another drive for the minute. Yeah, and to be fair, I think the reason why the Mustang sounds so good out there is because it's got the new audio on it. Nothing.
IRS thanks for following.
Nothing is bigger than the M8. The Death Star isn't as big as the M8. Nothing in the world is bigger than the M8. Hey, Jaxer, how's it going? You well? We're just chilling. We're having a chat. The memes were amazing. The M8 memes, they were amazing. Pull that back up there a second. What's the story, Jaxer? How'd you get on the weekend? You won your class, didn't you? Any minutes is that in? 14 minutes. Trying to find some screenshots. I only have to place them on my TP page. What screenshots are you looking for? No, riddle with COVID. Oh, no. You won GT4. Well done. Hey, Evil Tech. How's it going? Hope you're well. How'd you get on your race, Evil Tech? I hate Windows Media Player. It's the most useless player on the panel. You copped an unsafe rejoin, fought back from P50 to P19. Wow, long day. P21 out of 60 teams. Well done, dude. Well done. Fair play. Lap 1 and 2. Lap 2 of 168. Wow. The crown thing, I have no idea how you turn that on. I think that's turned on by them, not me. I think that's their new rating thing. Who's the top rater? Where are you on mine? Number 3. You were happy with yours, P20 out of 59. Look, that's not... Finishing a 24-hour race is half the battle. Yeah, he's not winning the chat XP. Gizmo's on that one. How many of you have done a 24-hour race before? Yeah, well done for the P1, man. We almost had it, but somebody lost it. Somebody did something stupid. Somebody did something very stupid. That's not the one. That's not the one. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Somebody did something very stupid in the fog. You can probably tell by somebody's face that they weren't happy. Just killed it. Stopped it dead. Had to watch it a few times to convince myself that I actually done it. Bad day in the office. Bad day in the office. That was 9 minutes of towing and 9 minutes of towing and 16 minutes of repairs. Thought I was clear of them. It's inexcusable, really. And there was a bunch of netcode in there as well. Don't get me wrong, but it was a painful lesson to learn. Felt I let the team down. He was hard. He was chasing me. He was chasing me down around the lap, and he wanted to come up the inside a bit, Flugplatz. So I just tried to stay as wide as possible for as long as possible. And then I started to think I'm running out of road in front of me, so I turned in. Hey, Ronan, how's it going? Because the Cup cars are actually faster than the Cup cars are actually faster than the GT3 cars in straight line. Porsche feels abandoned if you're not in the pedals and lashes out. That's quite accurate, actually. It was a big old shunt. Hey, Sean, hope you're well. You might laugh about it. I don't. I'm not quite at laughing about it stage yet. I'm still watching it going, what a Billy. My nice little car. I've fallen in love with that car. Love the livery. Thanks to Ronan Racing for doing the livery for us. Yeah, not a good day in the office. Were we running low wing for that race? No, I don't think we were. I don't think we were as fast as we should be. Speak to you in a minute, racer guy. I don't think we were as fast as we should be. I think I could have run a lower wing. I definitely think I could have run a lower wing. Right, what was I doing? I was doing downloads, wasn't I? Start that download. So we've already done that. You sent a screen on Discord. Is it clean? I trust you. YouTube thumbnail is buggy. Hang on a second. I think that's just YouTube for you. It is buggy, isn't it? You ran for yeah, that's us. Yeah, buggy. Fine on channel, but maybe refresh the studio. Can't refresh the studio because we're running live, right? Can't refresh the studio while you're running. Have a look. Live. Let's update the page. Yeah, I'm just about to do that. How about now? Yeah, it seems to be working now. Thank you very much for letting me know. How did the league race go on Sunday? League race was good, actually. The Radical is brilliant. I don't know why they discontinued. Well, I do know why they discontinued the Radical, but the Radical's brilliant. I can't remember where I finished. I was so tired. I'd been up since 5 a.m. the day before. I've been up since 5 a.m. before the race started, and then did the race, and then did finish the race, and then did the league. Yeah, it was tiring, to say the least. Jackson, thanks for letting me know. I do appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, it was tiring. It was tiring. What do we think about this red line thing and them allegedly cheating? And is that why we had fueling issues? He's in bed. Ryan was in bed sleeping. Bless his cotton socks. Yeah, that was about me as well. 5 a.m. till about 23:30. Yeah. Morning, Connor. Hope you're well. I gotta be honest with you. I fell asleep in the bath. Woke up at about 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, right, I need to go to bed. I didn't drown or anything. Don't worry about it. I don't mind the bending of the systems. It's the whole way they went about it that got me. Just ended the stream with no word. If they'd done the cheat mid-race, it would have been fine, but too cheeky to do it on the grid. I think when the stakes get high, people look for advantage, but it takes away from the purity. You're dead right. You think it was a bit cheeky from red line? You thought the rain in the N24 was interesting, since I've never seen Nords have done the rain ever. We did a race. We did a 4-hour race at Nürburgring a couple of weeks back, and the rain was much worse than that. I've recorded that so we could clip it, because it was just black. Ronan came on and said, "What's up with the rain?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, it's black. I can't see anything." I was like, "Well, we don't all live in Florida. The rain isn't blue." Hey, B Jacks, hope you well. They're banning people in their chat asking about it. Right. That's a good way to go about getting new followers. Suppose I don't need them. Season 3 is 1 hour and 4 minutes away from us. Well, it's probably 7 hours away from us, but yes. Yes. It'll be interesting to see it. Who will be buying the new circuit? Well, anyone could have done it, but Redline seemed to have seen the advantage others did. Just reinstalled your Adobe license. Probably could have just given you access to mine. Yes, but not yet. Not gonna lie, you're thankful you're working until 10 today. Don't need to worry about waiting for the update. I think there was some reason about. I think it only worked if you towed, Ryan. Can you go into the pits as you cross the line? Hey, Justin, hope you well. Juzzy's an Aussie, so buying Aussie tracks is mandatory. I get you. Carl, so here's how I understand it. I'm all right. I'm very tired still, and I'm sore. And week 13 isn't jumping out at me going racing, so I thought I'd open up the chat. We just have a chat, and we'll do some stuff. I need to do t-shirts as well, and I need to do. I'm downloading video in the background.
Thanks for following.
BJax, thanks for following. I do appreciate it. Here's how I understand what happened, Carl. And somebody can, I don't know if Jacks are still on, somebody can keep me honest. I understand that what they did was they didn't take any fuel at the start of the race and they ran on wet tires.
I am UFC Dub Justin. Thanks for following.
I thought you followed already. Thanks very much. And by taking wet tires, the profile of the tire is higher than the dry tire by like 3.5 mil or 2.5 mil, 2.25 mil. So they didn't have any fuel on board and they had wet tires. They went to pits and took dry tires and full fuel. And because the car has been set up at the start of the race for wet tires, it's lowered to make sure that the minimum ride height is 70 mil. That's the minimum ride height at Nürburgring. So the car is allowed to be lower than 70 mil on wet tires because of the ride height of the wet tire. So when you take a dry tire, it drops it lower again. So you're actually lower than the minimum ride height, especially when you put 110 litres in the car. That's how I understand they did it. Wets and low fuel to meet minimum ride height, then swap to dries and full tank. Yeah, that's exactly what I understood as well. So I've got that right. They did all of this before the lights went green. So they set the car up for a wet race. We're waiting for the update at the moment, so we're an hour away from the update. And week 13 is a bit meh. So there's some stuff, there's some housekeeping I wanted to do. So we've just gone through the updates for 3. I have a video that I posted, but we've just done the updates. We were talking about updating season 3. I don't want to go near Porsche Cup at Oschersleben because I'm just thinking it's just going to lose safety rating. Mazda's in the Virginia International will be quite good, actually. I actually have a go at that. Should we do that in a bit? Truck racing will be quite good. 12:30. Tila, hello, how's it going? That's exactly what happened. So I understood it right. The Jetta TDI is fire. All the wild drivers come out to play. It's no good though when it's no good when you're trying to keep your safety right now. Week 13's a bit, and it's never really good tracks. You're going to rematch D24 over the weekend. Oh, rewatch. They could run 64.5 instead of 70 mil. That makes sense. That makes sense. That does make sense. It was very clever of them to do it. I knew you meant Steve. Hey Simon, thanks for joining. Hope you're well. Corvette C7 Daytona prototype at Sebring was fun. When is that? Let's have a look. Let's close down the videos. I'm still downloading stuff. Let's prep that one for download. You want to get promoted to A class and 4? Well, that's a good idea. Let's have a look at live. Not back on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. GoPro. Fire up the GoPro. Yellow banner. Okay. Let's have a look. And we'll have a look for Done. No banner. $11 minutes. Ooh, I don't think I've driven this car. Driven that car. iRacing had been pretty broad stroke with the rules too. Members may not cheat or otherwise engage in conduct. Yeah, no, that's fairly. So in GT3 racing, there's an ungentlemanly conduct rule. And I remember it was either 2017 or 2018 at Spa 24. Mercedes across one team got P1, P2, P3, P4. And it was alleged that they were suddenly on the super qualifying, they got P1, 2, 3, 4 in the AMG GTR. And suddenly there was an announcement made across the press office that under section 49.1.8.6.5, due to ungentlemanly conduct, they were penalised. I think it was a 3-minute penalty. It was something fairly heavy. And they'd be moved to the back of the pack. And they'd have a stop-go penalty in the race. And we all went looking to find out what it was. And it was basically in the GT rules, there's an ungentlemanly conduct rule. But basically, if the SRO deemed that anything is ungentlemanly, they can pull it in under that rule. So iRacing is no different than real racing. Now, as it happened in that race, they ended up starting from the back. The race reigned. They came in, did their 3-minute race, and I think they won that year as well. I think the update's going to be 3 or 4 hours, May. I think the race is going to be 3. I think the update's going to be 3 or 4 hours. Let's fire up Race Labs. And we'll do a bit of racing. What, 6 hours at Lens in a few weeks? Hey, Elliot. When 6 hours at Lens, we could do that. That's prototypes as well, isn't it? We could do LMP2 there. The touring car, the supercars won't know. Can't drive them.
Fastest lap for Niklaus, 156.
Why did that come up as pinned? Close some stuff down, hang on a second. So the only upcoming track that we're getting, they're getting a re-render of some of the NASCAR tracks. The only upcoming that's coming for Fusada is the Bend. The only one that's been announced. They normally release them in advance. Which GT class for what, Thomas?
That's a new fastest lap for Niklaus, 156.81.
When's the Glen? Yeah, this doesn't look like I've set this up. Let's go do a lap and I'll set this up. (27th of June). Okay. We should start prepping for the 6 hours. I expect Ronan will want in. Connor will want in. Morning, Factus. What classes are these cars? You thought it was Deed? No, I'm not Deed. I was in hospital. I wasn't Deed, though. Routine stuff. did some other work as well yesterday.
The leader has just done a 156.58.
Okay. See what this thing's like. Have I tried GT7? Yes, I have.
The pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Limiter's still on. Disengage it. New fastest lap for Nicklaus, 156.37.
You're waiting for the update, then going to spend this week getting used to new tire and aero. Yeah.
Car left, clear left. On your right. Clear right.
This is what these cars were made for.
That's a new fastest lap for Greg, 156.08.
Billy, this is the old prototypes. This is the old Daytona prototypes. Discontinued now. Free car with the free car with iRacing. It's fast.
Okay, Kev, we need to watch these track limits.
Kenny Paris, God bless him. They could bring Skip Car. Yeah, it will be. Oh, maybe you have to. Maybe you have to buy it. It's an animal. They were called DTPs. Daytona prototypes. Based on Corvettes. With a big aero kit. I do drive open wheel, yeah. Ah, thanks, Ian. So they're $4 for the car, yeah? Hey, Mateo. Right, one more lap and then we're in.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 47 Celsius. P7.
Can you imagine barreling around here in this?
Thank you very much.
$500,000 the price for Skip Barber, wow. Thanks for the gifts, Cuddles. It's all I do, Guppy. Hey, Mark. No, the new update isn't live yet.
New fastest lap for Nicklaus, 155.88. P5.
Grip. We're racing in a minute. Let's just go back and set this up. How is transition? Expensive.
Right, 96%. Left rear, 97.
Transition to full-time streaming is very expensive because the bills still need to be paid. Let's go to cockpit. Cockpit, we want 168. Up the right key. Yes, I was ill. I started streaming on the 4th of January last year. I had been ill and needed to recover, and decided not to work while I recovered. It doesn't pay a wage. It brings money in, but it's not replacing a job. Don't get me wrong. Not yet, anyway. Minus 2.5. Still costing money every month. Driving in his bug shoes. It's a moron to request an audience presence.
Hi, John. Thanks for following.
Thanks for the follow. I do appreciate it, Godby. We are on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. And I do this 6 days a week from about 10 a.m. I remember playing Toka on PS1. I bought PS1 for...
P5.
I bought PS1 for... what do you call it? Gran Turismo. Back, let me go back a little. Back out and do a lap again.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now. Disengage limiter.
I have a PS1. I don't have my PS1, sadly. Alright, let's go finish this cockpit setup up. Hang on a second. 168. What? Default. Okay. Minus 2.85. 68. So these are my POV settings that I already know. This is based on the distance from my eyes to the screen. Is that for the car? Ah, that's your hobby. Cool. Neat. There. Where's the seat, dude? Ah. Don't make me do it all over again. I'm just trying to set up the FOV.
Okay, Kev, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate. The track temp's increasing. It's now 49 Celsius.
Back to 0. Back. Well. Okay. Driver height up 1. Is it better? Do you remember was it Gotham Street Racer that had the time that if you drove on Gotham Street Racer at 10 o'clock at night, it was 10 o'clock at night in the game? Do you remember that? Off myself, please. Oh, space. Fixed.
Disengage limiter.
This is the Corvette C7 prototype. So it's called a Daytona prototype. It's an old car now, it's a legacy car now. Demo drive is available in 40 minutes, yes.
The leader has just done a 156.90.
Yes, Jim, unless you drive any car. Yeah, you can drive everything in demo. Yeah, I tested GT3 after the update. Do I drive much of the Porsche Cup? Yes, I do. A lot. Hey, Scott, thanks for following. Jay, do you have a rig? You have like an aluminium rig? Hey, Kareem.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
The pickup model isn't changing, no, it's already been changed.
P4, that puts you 2.0 seconds.
I believe things were following.
That was at 158.24.
I use the same POV in GT7. I'll show you why. I'm not a scientist. That's why you can't use the same FOV.
That's the end of the session, P4.
Hey, Bitter. P4. Probably last. Let's go racing nonetheless. Yeah, the GoPro cam's quite cool. Make sure you got it set up right.
.90 seconds.
And if we move your chat out a little. Put your chat up here.
60 seconds.
You get a bit more of a view.
Okay, Kev. Our pace should be okay. We're aiming for around P3. Car number 1. This is a rolling start. We need to follow car number 93 in the right column. Catch up to car number 93.
Bumper cam is best, you reckon?
The safety car speed is 96 kilometers per hour.
Bumper cam sucks. Bumper cam doesn't give you that view. Hey James, hope you're well. You're laughing Nords on TV1. That'd be hard. That'd be really hard. Edward. Illegal pyro. Good catch.
We need to catch car number 93. Catch up to car number 93.
Nah, not at all. Will be though. This has the old tire model on it. Hey Dom, over.
Alright Kev, get ready. Let's go. The car in front is Victory, car number 93.
Hey Carl.
Okay, Kev. Stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake. Palmer, car number 45, is leading the race.
This thing's grippy.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
Wheel on screen, just so you guys can see it. Epic around the corners.
Greg, car number 4 is now leading. The gap in front is now 0.8. The guy ahead's lap time is 155.76. There's an incident in Christensen. We think it might be Greg.
Sure thing, Connor.
Alright Kev, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Hey, righty right, righty tighty.
Just gonna have to send it, mate.
Any major races planned this week? No. This week 13.
This is brilliant. Keep it up. V2.
I'm away from Thursday at Le Mans. Thought it was dead this morning, did you? They asked me to drive the Valkyrie, but I couldn't be bothered. Dempsey phoned me up and said, look, we got a spare seat in the Porsche, you up for it? Doesn't it sound epic?
Fastest lap for victory, 155.65. Okay, Kev, you're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel. The gap to P1 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.4.
Hey, no sweat. How's it going? Hope you're well. I thought you followed before. Hey, truthful. I'm waiting to find out what the story is. I'm meant to be talking to my buddy this afternoon. I might have to start liking Ford Mustangs. Hey, Nick.
The guy behind has just done a 155.91. That's 5 minutes to go. Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here.
This is Sebring.
The gap in front is now 0.9.
Yeah, Bullet was excellent.
Okay, Kev, you're reeling. Victory in. The gap is now 0.5. P2, your lap time was 156.00. out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Kev. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go. Last lap, bring it on home. The guy behind has just done a 155.66. Fastest lap for Greg, 155.19.
Hey, okay. I'll take P2. I'm okay, okay. How are you? Well done, Victor. I think I've driven it once or twice before, but not a lot.
Nice one, Kev. Great drive. That's a podium. That's the end of the session.
In fact, no, I haven't driven it before because I haven't set it up. So no, I haven't driven it before. I had to set it up. Thanks, appreciate it. Hey, so I copy well. We won't get another race in now because it's 12 minutes. We won't get another race in because it's 12 minutes. You're doing a couple of demo drive in a couple of minutes. That's cool. We'll get the downloads done as well. The downloads should come up fairly quickly. You all had a good weekend? Hey Mark, hope you well. I wasn't at Le Mans last year, Jim. I've got plenty of photos though. I won't be driving during downtime. I'm going to go do some lunch. I have like hundreds of thousands of photos, but I've got a drive here that's pretty generic. Let's just see. Hang on a second. Media uploads. Some of you guys have seen some of this stuff before. We just flicked through it. You just took around the SR8 round Nords. That was actually the year that they got penalized for. That was the year that they got penalized for racing. So this is a mix of stuff that I've done over the years. This is just a folder that I have on my cloud drive. I know a lot of you have seen some of these before. Nürburgring at dawn, then carousel. We did a bit of World Rally Championship as well. Was that a Z4? Yes, it was. So that was the Treble 8 team at that would have been British GT. And actually, my friend Dan Bathy did the livery for that, I believe. I think that was Dan's livery. Quite nice. No, you don't see them anymore. They're back in the GT Classics now. Actually, the guy I'm going to Le Mans with has just shipped one back from Switzerland. It's the old Barwell car. No, it's the old Belgian car. Can't remember the name of the company. The crowd now. I'll find the image and I'll tell you which one it is. So that was WRC, Spa-Francorchamps, bit of WRC up in the Alps. My buddy Sean Edwards. Just after he died, strangely, his name and date of birth and date of death turned up in the Nürburgring. It's very strange how that happened. Now, it seems quite nicely stenciled out as well. Some say that there was a 16-foot paper stencil in somebody's kitchen to make that, but that's just some say. I went to Dubai for work and decided to head out onto the streets and do some photographs of Dubai. The same AAA car down at Spa. When you go to Spa, they do the street parade, and they drive the cars back up from the street parade. So, Spa 24, Donington. I did a season with a team in Ginettas and Brick Car. Then Nürburgring, a bit more Nürburgring. Yeah, Ginettas is good. Old Manthai car. That's my friend won the 24-hour in that car. He won the 2016 24 hours of Nürburgring. That's him there. I think that's 2017 though. I think that was the year after. The Glickenhaus car, a little Cayman GR86 or GT86. The small M6, not the big M8. Little Cayman. The Haribo team, terrible team to work for. Horrible team. Everywhere in their garage was full of jelly babies. How to get diabetes in a weekend. Couple of morning shots, couple of moody shots. Funny enough, Max Verstappen used to race one of those Renaults. It's basically an AMG. It's basically a Nissan GTR engine in a race car. Be quite a nice car if they ever built it. Swapping the curbs in a GTD. Yeah, having a hypo, just rock up. They used to race with Manthai Motorsport as well, who's now yeah, that's from one of these. It went wrong, one of my continuous glucose monitors. They used to race with Manthai as well, and they used to make Olaf Manthai. They used to make a little jelly baby of the guy who owns the team. Flying Cup cars. Flying GT3 cars. Hey, Morton. Hey, Vic Catch. Welcome back. Rockingham, which I actually miss. I miss Rockingham. Flying Audis. The street parade in Spa. Bit of a multi-class overtake. Do I have EAWRC? No, I don't. Those Bentleys are huge, but they're actually 1,250 kilos. That's my buddy Adam Christodoulou. We were doing some headshot stuff for Adam. Photos I've taken. We were talking about photography before you turned up, Big Bean. We're just killing time because they're about to close down the servers. I quite like this because if you zoom in, you can actually see the guy is doing that. He was having, all the cars are weight penaltied for depending on their weight. So it would have been minimum weight. Yeah, and I've got a wallpaper section, Ryan, in my Discord. You see, he's just I met him in the pits, and he's having a great day. Like, he's like, yay! He's really enjoying driving his classic Porsche around the Porsche Classic. That's a 4-hour race they do before the 24-hour race. Quite cool. Bit of row race and stuff. Spa 24. The big Bentley, big Porsche. That's Alton Park. Spa. Dawn at Spa. Like I say, this is just a mishmash of stuff. A 63. That's Whipham, by the way. We could play guess the shot, guess the corner. That's my mate Dave Drinkwater. Yeah, that's my Porsche. The Death Cat is here. Death Cat actually rocked up. This is Bister. Death Cat rocked up before I even started streaming. Went into his position. He's sitting behind. He's sitting over there where my foot is. Great thing about Nürburgring is you always get a decent shot. There's never a bad shot in Nürburgring. Faffing around in my mate's garage. Snetterton. Look, a McLaren that isn't on fire. But Porsche's number plate is amazing, thanks. My wife bought me that. Nürburgring. That's my mate Mike Wiles in the blue one. That's Mike in the blue Ferrari. Out the back garden, over there. I have a different plate on the Mercedes now as well. That's my wife's plate that was on the Mercedes at the time. Couple of girlies at the start of Nürburgring. That I didn't see that video, by the way, Connor. No, that's my actual plate. Hey, Justin. The Glickenhaus coming out of the pits. You said you dropped a video in of the car driving away. That's around the corner at Silverstone Performance and Experience Centre. Nighttime at the ring. No, the folder's empty. Drop it into that folder I shared with you. Hats and back. Hey, system glitch. We're just scanning around. They're about to go offline, so we're just scanning around at the moment. The old Foxtail, love that car. Rallying again up a gap in France. Spa. Does anybody know what corner that is? Anyone? Anyone? Anybody want to guess what corner that is? Is that Spa? No. not last corner. Hey, Adam. No. Need a name. Need a name. Towards the start. The second in the S's. Which S's? That's the same corner. No, you're wrong, Refined. What makes the most difference in FPS? You've gone from 36 to 49. I've gone from a 36 to a 49 FPS. I've gone from 120 to 80. I don't understand what you mean, Johnny. Hey, it's a system glitch. It's Lecom. Have you taken your shaders off, Johnny? Rallying the snow. That's Wales. That's for Cuddles. North Wales. Up at the
Thank you very much.
can't remember the name of the pass now. Thanks to the gold joystick, do appreciate it. We were coming back from my nephew's christening. And I actually, yeah, it's not far from Betsy Kyoad. It's what's the name of the pass up at Betsy Kyoad? There's a reservoir down at the bottom. Well, if Cuddles was here, he'd be telling me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfie. No, it's not Horseshoe. There's a pub that end, and there's a reservoir in a village further on down that end. But basically, we were coming back from. Thank you, Alfie. Thank you very much for the gifts. I do appreciate it. Hey, Yanni. No, it's not far from Bala either. You're in around the. I just can't remember the name of the pass. Thank you very much, Alfie. I do appreciate that. We were on the way back from Ireland, and I actually planned this photograph using Google Earth. So I flew down the pass on Google Earth, figured out where I was, because we're going to be stuck for time on the way back. So I literally jumped out, took the photo, and moved on. I don't remember the name of the pass. Yeah, I bet you did. Oh, 36-inch to a 49-inch has lost 40 FPS. I understand what you mean now. Okay, so your resolution is different on your 49-inch, isn't it, Johnny Wood? You're basically powering another half a screen, and your resolution is different. This was a shoot I did in California, in Scotts Valley, at Bruce Canepa's place. The LFA before it was the LFA, I bet you didn't know they raced the LFA before they released it. Heading up to California on the road with a brand new camera, taking shots. My wife driving a Mustang from. Yeah, I love the. A friend of mine has that. Actually, I've got a couple of friends with LFAs. They're lovely cars. We took a Mustang from. Take it easy, Gizmo. We took a Mustang from Las Vegas up to San Francisco. Does anybody know where that is? Obviously Nürburgring. But can you tell which corner? And I'll give you a clue. Look at the concrete. Hey, Holgun. Hey, Ola. The uphill entrance to Carousel, correct? Yeah. Coming up to the Carousel. California again. Going through the vineyards. Servers down. And that looks like a new menu. That's a new menu, isn't it? Have we seen that before? Oh, I don't remember seeing it like that last time. Dead 4. That's my friend's £3.5 million 1973 3-litre RS Brummus that raced at Daytona 24 in 73, 74, 75. As you do. We were talking about the car that came in for the wets during the 24-hour race when we were doing R24. That's the same car. Came in and it happened to rain. They were out of sync. Happened to rain and they got out. Yeah, 3.5 million. Yeah, and he's racing it. That's Adam Christodoulou winning the 24-hour in 2016. Coming across, I've got a couple of shots of him coming across the line. I shot him with the flags, so he was surrounded by AMG flags. There you go. Shooting down, so you can actually see me on the broadcast, hanging off the fence to get the shot. Bit of nighttime in the pits. Bit of Spa Classic. Bentley leaving the pits, the Clicking House. An old M1 on the ring and the Classic. Buddy racing a Corvette. Adam's last refuel. Sat nav in a Porsche. That's what sat nav looks like in a Porsche GT3 car. To be honest with you, a lot of the classic cars are worth millions and they get raced. Oh look, a McLaren that isn't on fire. They caught fire later on. See the rubber on the edges of the track? Mr. Estray doing his thing. The shot from Speaker's Corner down to Spa. You need to go have a look at that when you go, Connor. Go stand on Speaker's Corner and look down. You'll see Spa in the distance. Victims. Debris. Mate of mine does BMW Cup. The old Rocking, we can't go there anymore. Nighttime at Spa. Mark VDS, that's the car that my friends just brought back from Switzerland. The Mark VDS car. Black Falcon, Falcon tires. Spa. Bit of British touring car at Alton. Spa at night. Spa at dusk. Alton Park. I miss it. I won't lie. Alton Park. Down the bottom. Connor's seen that a few times over the weekend. Seen that corner a few times. So did Chris. How do you do it? Well, I deliberately blew out the lights there, and that photo is quite compressed. But you typically go for a high f-stop with a slow shutter speed. I like the way you can see the lights off in the distance as well, where it snakes off and goes off and over the top in the distance. We don't just get to stand out in the sun at Spa, we get to stand in the rain as well. My mate Drinkwater finished in his race. Darlington. London. I need to turn the temperature down that actually, it's very hot. Silverstone. Dawn at Nuremberg. Thanks very much. It's quite a challenge to get spot on photography at night when you're half asleep. But I try. Do try. Bentley coming back up from Spa. Yeah, it's hard not to overexpose a long shot. But I also try and not use a flash. One of the best tricks is don't use flash. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. I was staying in London one night and I was bored. See if that update's available. I'm going to come down now. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Thanks so much. I'll come down in a second. Hey, Hambo. Is North Korean flag available? North Korean flag? I don't think so. I don't know. We don't even get the Irish flag, Hambo. Cool. The opening lap at Nürburgring. Bit of rain at Spa. Carousel. Maxi Goats doing his thing. Dropping in. So you kind of go running when it's raining. You go out and take some shots. Rallying in Germany. Flying Bentleys. Another car, another McLaren that isn't on fire. Sabina, God bless her. Love that shot. Love the helicopter coming in inside. I love the fact that the Polish guys are in the car and the Polish flag is flying. And they wanted us to take photos over here, and we all stood up on the wall up here. Just perfect timing. Thanks, Jim. It looks like if those are old enough, remember the old posters for videos for movies where they kind of drew the car to. There was kind of like a painting of the action. So there'd be a car and a guy with a gun and the girl and a helicopter. It kind of looks like that. Looks like an old James Bond film poster. Thanks, Cuddles. German vineyards. I don't know. You can apparently, Hambone, you can ask for an Irish flag. But through the German vineyards, entering into carousel, it's a great shot. Do it again, again, again. A very wet and rainy night around the corner. Quite like that the water's on the lens, to be honest with you. Through the trees on the way up to the bus stop at Spa. That's all that's in that folder. Yeah, we need the Welsh flag as well. You were talking about exposures. I think I did that one at F8 at 30 seconds. Basically no flash and a fisheye. That was a 12-24 lens. I think it was F8 at about 30 seconds. I actually sell that one as wall art. You're very welcome, Jim. That was like 5 in the morning. No, there was wind, all right, because you can see the clouds moving. Hey, Groby. It was just high. It was just the trees aren't blurry, and the reason why the trees aren't blurry is because carousel is kind of. You can contact me directly. That's a really good question, Groby. I started to stream. Yeah, if you drop me an email, Jim, I do a 28 by 56 of this. I'm only doing 50 releases. I think I've sold 35 of them so far. But that's one of the limited prints. I'm never like that's not going as a digital. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. It looks really good widescreen. Like I have it on my wall downstairs in the sitting room. It's 28 inches high by 56 inches wide. So it's a big print. We have triple screen wallpapers in Discord. We have triple screen wallpapers in Discord, I believe. Well, I put some in. Who was asking me where do I sell them? Why iRacing and not another sim? I tried using ACC. And ACC, yes, I do sell them, Big Bean. And ACC is very hard to schedule for. And I set ACC up. I can run ACC on the stream, but when you start a server and say, let's go race Silverstone, for example, you'll drop in and you'll be 2 laps to the end. What in the rest of the world is measurement? 28 inches is, you want it in feet or millimeters? Or centimeters? Multiply by 2.5. I was trying to get into LFM and I just didn't have the skill set. And it was frustrating me that although the scheduling was there, the braking and the steering is horrible in ACC. And then when I heard that they were starting to discontinue it, I was like, okay, fair enough. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get good at one thing. I'm going to stick at one thing, and that's iRacing. And I'm just going to do that. There are many people who stream multiple things. There are many people who do review after review after review and tell you that this is the best steering wheel on the planet. And I've been asked by vendors would I do reviews. I don't think my channel is about reviews. I want to be able to give you advice, but I don't necessarily want to say this is the best steering wheel ever, and then next week come back and say this is the best steering wheel ever, because I don't think that's fair. And there are plenty of people who will do that. That's not me. If you want some sim racing advice, it might not be the cheapest option I'll give you, but it'll be the best. And I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was at a meeting yesterday, and somebody came along and wanted to buy a sim. And they were talking about buying a rig, buying a steering wheel, buying some pedals, and then upgrading a year later. And I was like, you just need to bite the bullet, or need to wait until. And I know it's not cheap, but cry once, I think is the phrase. If you multiply 28 by 2.5, 56. 560 by 1,200, something like that. I exploit. Maybe we do one of these when there's buy cheap, buy twice. That's correct. Maybe we do one of these every time there's a week 13. Yes, and I'm doing some stuff with somebody at the moment who does reselling and they have a studio that you can come and try stuff out, and they charge you for the hour, but if you buy something you'll get your money off it, which I think is fair. Oh, thanks, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go grab some lunch because it's 1:20 in the UK. So I'm gonna drop off for the minute and I'll come back on later on. I've got a hospital appointment at later on, and I've got a meeting this evening. So I'll drop off for the minute. Do I have a schedule for this season? Let's come back to that. I don't think it's been posted yet. I will put as soon as I get it, I'll put it in the Discord channel under iRacing. I'll talk to you all later. Let's go raid somebody first, as I like to do. Support somebody else. So let me open up my Twitch. See who's around. Random call signs on. Let's give them a raid. And I will catch you guys afterward. There's no updates yet. Must be a big pack that they're downloading. Right, that's me done. Look after yourselves, look after each other. I will say goodbye for now. I'll speak to you all later on. Mind yourselves, ciao. Bye. Thanks for your time. Bye.